A young sapling exploded beside Tanis as she dove for cover, scampering away as splinters flew in every direction. She slipped into a depression, flattening herself as much as possible, hoping it was enough to stay out of sight. Another shot hit a rock nearby, and liquid fragments of stone rained down, beating off her armor. "Does anyone have a location on that shooter?" Tanis sent the question over the link, a technology that allowed people to speak into one another's minds. Both Sorensen and Reynolds signaled negative. Angela was covering tactical coordination and placed several pointers on the team members' HUDs. It could be any of these. The plasma bolts are firing at over 10 kilometers per second, and they have their muzzle flash masked. "Sorensen, get behind that knoll to your left. See if you can deploy nanoprobes to get Angela triangulation data," Tanis directed. "Aye, sir. Reynolds, hold the center. I'm going right into that stream bed." Several more shots impacted the ground around the team's position. Reynolds slipped his rifle up over his cover and fired 2 electron beams before pulling back and rolling to a new location. He continued to draw as much attention as possible while Tanis and Sorensen worked toward their new positions. Tanis made it to the stream bed without drawing any fire, and her retinal HUD indicated Sorensen was in position and had deployed his nanoprobes. "Better view?" Tanis asked Angela. "Resolving. I just need a few more incoming beams to triangulate their source." The enemy obliged, returning fire at Reynolds' previous location. "Got him." Angela highlighted a position on each team member's HUD, and Tanis set a countdown. The soldiers set their rifles to a magnetic proton beam, and when the timer hit 0, they all fired on the enemy position. There was a moment of silence. The rippling of the water flowing past her body seemed to grow in volume. Then the desired explosion flared up and streams of plasma sprayed in every direction. Tanis's visor darkened to shield her eyes, and when the tint faded, she saw a 100-meter swath of young forest on fire. "You sure do know how to shake things up, Major," Sorensen's rasp sounded in her mind. "All other teams have made their objectives," Angela said. "The main strike force is on its way in." Tanis rose out of the water, unlocked her helmet, and tucked it under her arm. Above her, the roar of orbital dropcraft and the accompanying streams of fire turned the night sky into a spectacular show. Arcs of color and plasma painted across the backdrop of Jupiter's dark bands. It had been some time since she had been in a primary assault force. The last 5 years had been filled with out-of-the-way assignments such as this one. Strangely, the familiar yearning to be in on the larger action just wasn't there. For that matter, the exultation she should have been feeling in securing her target wasn't there either. "You're just anxious for the GSS's response." Angela sounded a bit nervous as well.